So this is going to be a response video to Richard Cooper's Rich Cooper clips. What can women learn from the red pill? He's still talking to this female Irene, and God, this is such a great video. He actually almost nails it. Like, he's 90% right. He almost nails it. The only thing he gets wrong is that he says that she doesn't realize she's doing what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing. Women are a lot smarter than they want us to think. See, this is the thing that I always talk about. Women want to collectively control men psychologically and socially and emotionally. I don't know what it is or why they're like this, but they like to control men, and they do it through subtlety. And I've been saying this for years. They do it through subtlety. Their power is passive aggressive. Their power is in their passive aggression. And nobody is more subtle, nobody is more powerfully subtle, and nobody is more passive aggressive than a female. Women, this is how they work their power. Okay, so let's just jump into this. I'm just gonna play it. It's a 9-minute video. I probably won't get all the way through it, but I listened to about 2.5 minutes, and it was so good I just had to make a response video. So let's jump into it.
Again, what is it that you're looking for answers to? I mean, you're successful, you've got a good job, you're in a long-term relationship with a man that you say that you love and that he owns you to some degree, although you're unwilling to tattoo his name on your body. So what is it that you're seeking answers to?
The red pill ideology, like.
So Richard here, in a way, he's kind of, I don't know, and maybe this is just his style, just his vibe, but I see, when I hear her, I just see right through everything she's saying, and I can't even see her face. I can't see her facial expressions. It's probably good that I can't, because women often, you know, that's where a lot of their subterfuge, I don't know if you guys know what that word means, but basically their cleverness comes from their, you know, them being pretty, and this is how they kind of sucker guys in, and you know, so it's kind of a good thing that we don't see her face. But she really kind of just, it's so obvious what she's doing, and so many women are mad. They do not like the red pill. And why? Because the red pill is the truth. That's why guys like it. That's why guys pay attention to it. That's why we adhere to it. And this is why women hate it, because it's the truth. Women do not want the truth to be spread. You know, the Bible says that what's done in the dark will come to the light. Things that are done, you know, in a dark room will be shouted out on a rooftop. The Bible says this. I mean, it's interesting. We live in an interesting time. Thanks to YouTube and thanks to social media, we have that kind of social voice now. Women can't hide anymore. All these tricks they've been doing for decades, and maybe even, you know, centuries and millennia, dude, they can't hide anymore. It's all out in the truth, and they hate it. Women hate it. They hate the red pill, and they hate guys like Richard Cooper. Now, I might make fun of Rich Cooper. I might criticize him. I might make fun of someone like Rollo Tomassi. I might criticize him. I might make fun of Donovan Sharp. I might criticize him. I might make fun of Fresh and Fit or some other, you know, red pill / PUA guy. You know, these are the top guys, but at least they're speaking the truth, and women hate it. They hate that these guys are speaking the truth. They hate that guys are getting educated. They hate that these videos are so popular. I mean, you know, some of these videos, this one's only, you know, 5 hours old. It's only got 7K views, just about 6.5K views, but many of these many of these red pill videos go viral. I mean, it's more popular than ever. A guy named Think Before You Sleep is a great one. Red pill content guy. His videos get like 500,000 views on every one, which is surprising. You know, I think he gets more views than Rollo Tomassi. But these red pill guys are out there, and they're gaining popularity. A guy named Steph is Cold, right? They're gaining popularity. Why? Because it's the truth, and women hate it. They hate it.
To what extent is it correct? And to what extent is it not correct?
Listen to her voice.
If it's not correct, then what is the truth?
Listen to her voice. She is perturbed. She is angry. She's upset. She hates this because in her mind, she thinks, oh, this is attacking women, when it's just telling the truth. Women have done it to themselves. Women have done it to themselves. Women threw themselves under the bus. We gave you all freedom. We gave you all the right to vote. We gave you the right to marry who you want. We even gave you right to abort and kill our babies, which is wrong. And look at what you've done. You've turned yourselves into whores. You've done pornography. Now so many of you have OnlyFans. You've whored yourselves out. You've used sex as a tool and a weapon to lure men into your own will, whatever that may be. Okay, you've attacked us with second and third wave feminism. You've demonized our own masculinity. Okay, I mean, you've done it to yourselves, but now you hate the truth. And this is why it's really pretty insidious. It's like, what does a sociopath do? This is gaslighting on a big level. What does a sociopath do? A sociopath hurts you and harms you and then blames you for it, right? And it's all on this premise that men are evil, men are the patriarchy, woo, woo, woo. Listen, before the Industrial Revolution, which was really only 100 and some years ago, really 1890 was the Industrial Revolution, right around the turn of the century, the 20th century. Hello, it's really only 125 years, maybe tops, since the Industrial Revolution. I can't remember the exact year it started, but before that, it was survival. Everybody was in survival mode. People lived to be 45 if they were lucky. Women don't understand this, and they have this narrative, and it's an uneducated, ignorant narrative that men are just these oppressive beings. And no, men are sacrificial for you. Men are sacrificial for women. What do you think we go out and build houses for? What do you think we risk our lives in wars for? What do you think that we go out and tame nature? How do you think America was built? How do you think the world, all the great cities and countries in the world were built? On the dead bodies and the labor and the stress and the heart attacks and the dying from all these diseases, dying from this, dying from that, of men who tamed the world for you, really, if you really think about it. We're really not just for you, but for humanity, for our families, for our children. And what do we get for it? We get stabbed in the back by feminism. And they're never satisfied. They take our money. They use our children as bait to hurt us and get more money out of us. It's sick, man. It's sick what these women are doing. And all we're doing is telling the truth. Hey, man, it's not worth it. The juice is not worth the squeeze anymore. These women are solipsistic. They're divas. They're egocentric. They're messed up. They do this, they do that. And we talk about it, and then they have a problem with it because we won't just be good little robots. We won't just be good little tools who lay down and, you're right, honey, happy wife, happy life. I'll just take your shit. And if you want to divorce me in divorce court and take half my shit, that's fine. Oh, it's all good. No, men are walking away. We're done. We gave you freedom and you fucked it up. We gave you freedom and you stabbed us in the back. And I don't even like to use that term, we gave you freedom, because that sounds like, we once had you caged or something. No, there was once upon a time women were not allowed to vote. That's about it. You could still go work. You could still marry or divorce. There was still divorce before, first wave feminism. You just couldn't vote. Okay, so we gave you the vote. We said, you know what? Yeah. Women should have equal rights too. We gave you the vote. And what'd you do with it? Stabbed us in the back, man. Okay, we gave you more freedom than you had, although it's, you still had freedom. But the difference is that, yeah, in the workplace, you weren't as valued. Women probably really didn't earn as much as men back then. They do now. At some point, that stopped. So it was difficult for a woman to leave a husband because she just wasn't satisfied and she just wanted to go get some dick, or her little emotions, because men didn't know, because all men knew back then was, hey, I got to go to work and then I can get a wife, and then I can get a family. You know, I got to go to work so I can get a house and support a family, and that's what we still believe today. That's the reality, because women ain't dating no loser broke guys. So they did that. And yeah, we didn't know how to titillate her emotions all the time. We didn't know how to keep her happy. We didn't know all this shit. Now we know. Now we know. Hold your frame, be on your purpose, don't give her too much validation, da-da-da. We're learning all this stuff. And for me personally, I think for a lot of other men, as we learn this shit, we're just like, what is this? This is bullshit. I don't want any part of this. I'm walking away. This is why men go MGTOW, and women hate it, because they're no longer getting the validation that they once had. They're no longer getting the attention. Guys only want them for sex. That's it. As you should, because why would you want to play around with a ticking time bomb? Why would you want to play around with some solipsistic, diva, egocentric, sociopathic woman? Why would you want to do that? Let's go on.
Everybody has their own interpretation of what they think is the truth or correct. Your truth is not my truth. My truth is not your truth. My truth is completely different from your truth, obviously, because I'm telling you that I trust a woman to be a woman. But you want me to trust a woman indefinitely. You want me to
Great point.
Throw everything.
No, I don't. I don't want you to feel anything.
Well, you're quite.
She's lying. No, I don't. Yeah, she's lying. Yes, she does. That's exactly what she wants, and he hit it on the head. He hit it on the head. She wants subservience. She wants blind trust. Okay, and she wants it collectively. She's speaking collectively. Women have a collective bone. I don't know what it is, but there's a collective bone in their body. People say, "Oh, women are social." I don't even think that's a very good description. Women are more than just social. Women are collective. This is why feminism took off so much. Women are collective. Men tend to be individualistic. It's a great thing if men can band together and men can support each other. That's a great thing, but it's a lot more difficult than it is for women, because women are collective. They have a big collective bone in their body. So she's speaking for all women. Yes, she does. She just lied. No, I don't. Yes, you do. You want blind subservience. You want the man to give you the benefit of the doubt and trust you, even though you are no longer trustworthy, even though we have exposed all your shit. And this is what Richard Cooper's saying.
Why my version of love is different from yours, and I'm telling you, it's because men and women love differently. And when you understand the dynamics between men and women, then you start to understand how to apply your time, effort, and resources to that relationship so you get better results. What you're trying to do, basically, is you're trying to pull me back onto the reservation.
Yep.
I'm not trying to pull you back onto the reservation.
Well,
she's lying, dude. She's lying. I'm not trying to put that. He hits it on the head every time she reacts that way. With that kind of that kind of defense, when she's defending herself. I'm not trying. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This is how women lie. They're just like children in that way. When you ask a children, did you eat the cookies? I didn't eat the cookies. I didn't eat the cookies, even though they got cookie crumbles, on the side of their mouth. They got chocolate chip stains on their fingers. I didn't eat the cookies. Like, yeah, you ate the cookies. I can see it. But this is what children do. They just deny. They deny and deflect. She's denying and deflecting. I don't feel that way. I don't want you back on the reservation.
You don't realize that you're doing it, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to pull me back to the feminized, belief system, the comforting lies that don't serve men, because that's what women will do. You read my book, so you heard.
See, he's giving her an out. He's saying, you don't realize you're doing it. She knows damn well what she's doing. He's giving her an out. She knows what she's doing. Maybe she's in denial and she can't admit it to herself, but her subconscious knows what she's doing. Women cannot accept the truth about themselves. They cannot accept accountability, really. They can't accept accountability. Never. They always blame shift. It's never their fault. They're never the one. It's always men, or it's always this, it's always that. They're just like children in that way.
Let me talk about the process of betatization through 1,000 concessions, right?
There you go. Nailed it.
This is what you're trying to do with me. Inadvertently, you don't understand that you're doing it. You don't see yourself doing it.
She knows she's doing it.
The viewers out there that have read my book and are watching me talk about this right now are starting to understand. Comment below. But what I'm trying to say is that you are subconsciously trying to get me to subscribe to beliefs and things that don't serve me, my purpose, and let me keep myself as my own mental point of origin.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. She wants him back on the reservation. This is subservient. She wants male servants. She does not want men to know the truth. And it could be that she doesn't realize that about herself to that extent, but she knows that she knows she has an she knows she has a bone to pick with the red pill. She has an axe that she is taking to the red pill right now, and she's trying to. And this is why she hit up Richard Cooper. And this is a great example, man. This is what women do, right? So maybe it's true that she subconsciously doesn't realize that she's trying to bring him back to the reservation, but maybe in her mind she's distorting it into like, oh, I think it's for the goodness because I think these guys aren't right, and maybe, but. I don't know if I'd give her that much of an out. I think she knows exactly what she's doing, really.
Because you want things a certain way. That is female solipsism.
He's right. 100%
the inability
right.
to see past your own nose.
Yep.
I mean, you said in your email, like, I don't understand what the solipsism thing is and everything else that followed that, but what you're exhibiting right now is female solipsism. And
True.
You don't see it, you don't understand it because you're a chick, and that's fine. I love women for it.
I think she does understand it. I think she knows what she's doing.
I'm not expecting you to be different. I'm not expecting you to view the world, through the lens that I view it through. What I'm saying to you, though, is that it's okay that you see things differently from me.
Which is kind of funny because he's essentially patronizing her here, and as she should be patronized. But I don't even. A lot of women are. Maybe there's a lot of women who are like that, who are just kind of so childish, they don't even realize that's what they're doing. They just have this want. But I don't think this particular woman, this Irene woman, I think she knows exactly what she's doing. She's just trying to manipulate. She's trying to get something from him. She's trying to change his mind, and this is what women do. They try to change their mind. Well, don't you think that this? Don't you think this is wrong? This, and they haven't thought it through. And the reason why they haven't thought it through is because they cannot accept accountability for their own behavior. That, and they're also closed off to the real truth, is that so many women are not open and mindful of actual female behavior. They don't even care. They don't pay attention to it. They don't care. That's possible. It's possible, but it's really, it's possible that they don't see it, but really it's just that they don't care. They want to cover it up. But there are some women out there who see it and they're like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to speak out. That's not right. I could name a few: Karen Strawn, God, I always forget her name. Diana something. Anyway, Diana Davison, I think is her name. Diana Davison. Casey J made a great documentary called the Red Pill documentary. Of course, we got Roma Army or whatever. There's women out there who see through the bullshit, right? There's women out there who are outspoken and they see through the bullshit. Yeah, it's Diana Davison. She's great. Karen Strawn, Diana Davison, Roma Army, Casey J, with the Red Pill documentary. There are women out there who see through the bullshit and speak out about it. They stand up for men. Are they perfect? Are these women perfect? No, but they do a good job of telling the truth. And this is the actual basis of the whole thing, is the truth. It's all about the truth, and women cannot admit the truth to themselves. Whether it's like with this woman, where I believe she's purposely holding down the truth, or it's other women who really just kind of ignorant to the truth. What it really comes down to is they don't like that men speak the red pill truths, and so they want to change our mind. They want to either they do it in a radicalized feminist militant way where they seriously just attack us using ad hominems, or call us incels, call us losers, whatever, call us misogynists, say we hate women, all this kind of stuff. And I've been through that, on social media for years. Or they just are so ignorant and they just think, well, I just think you're wrong. And it's like, you don't understand. This is our experience. We experience this constantly with women. The reason why we speak these truths is because we relate to these truths, because these truths are out there and this is what we experience. This is what many men experience. And they just can't wrap their head around that. They're just like, but no, because they have this narrative that women are perfect. And it's like, you have to admit your own thinking is childish if you can't objectively look at female behavior and say, hey, wait a minute, that's not right.
Men and women are complements to one another if it's allowed. That's all.
Okay. Do you wish women were different from the way
No, I don't
you
wish
think that they are?
No,
I
don't
do.
wish women were any different.
I wish they were different.
I wish we didn't have social media. You know, like I wish we didn't have women posting selfies all the time on frickin' Instagram and dancing around like monkeys on TikTok like a bunch of...
No, it just exposes their nature. I definitely wish women were different, and I'm glad we have social media, because social media is the exposure. It exposes their nature. It exposes how they really are. Social media is great for the red pill because it exposes how women really are, and we get to see it firsthand, and we get to say, oh, well, that's not right. Oh, well, why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? Social media is a great tool of learning for the red pill. It teaches men the red pill. It teaches men female nature. Social media was great for men. Yeah, I can see where he's coming from, where I wish they weren't like that because it gives them this. But even that, even he is giving them an out. Even he's giving them an excuse, because I think probably deep down Richard Cooper believes women are like children and women should be controlled by men, and that's kind of a misogynistic viewpoint if you really think. I do believe Richard Cooper's kind of like that, and so is Donovan Sharp, where he talks his whole I think he wrote an entire book where he talks about how to control your girlfriend, how to control your woman, and I don't like that shit. It's like, no, I want women to have freedom. I want women to make their own decisions. I just want them to be responsible. I want them to be mature, responsible, and accountable, right? And live in a transparent type of lifestyle. But they're not like that, because they work in subtlety. They constantly blame shift. They really are kind of like children, like Richard says. So, but the thing is I don't want to marry a child. I don't want to date a child. I don't want to have kids with a child. I want a grown woman who's smart and who's articulate and who's mature and takes her own agency, takes her own responsibility for her own behavior, just like men have to. But women have not had to do that, historically. And maybe we're in a change. Maybe the red pill is going to be the harbinger which brings in the change. I don't know, but so far, up until the last century, women, as far as I know, they've never had to be accountable. Now, you could make an argument that's kind of what feminism is about, where it kind of, says, hey, wait a minute, we're women, we can make our own decisions, we can grow up, and da 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 da. Well, okay, prove it. If you want freedom and you want to be like men, or to have the quote unquote freedom that men have, then what comes along with that? Consequences, accountability, responsibility for your behavior, agency, transparency. These are words that women can't fathom. These are words that women don't like, because they like to hide. They like to blame shit. On the one hand, they say, oh, I want to be an adult and make all the, my own adult decisions. On the other hand, when they get consequences for those bad decisions, then they blame men. And that's what children do. So it's like what you say and what you do are two different things. And this is the bottom line fact of what she's talking about, what's going on, and really the red pill.
Chimps. I wish we didn't have OnlyFans, things like that. I wish that...
I'm glad we do, because it exposes their nature.
Do you wish for that you could have a deeper love with women?
I already have deep love with women. I've loved many women. I have deep love with women when I have it.
So you're totally happy then. Is that right?
So she's trying to psychoanalyze him, and she's really just trying to beat him into submission. She's trying to win. It's not about egalitarianism. It's not about the truth. She just wants to win, and she's using these key points, these key words. She's using these key, oh, don't you want love with a woman? Because she's trying to sucker him into her game. This is the, the Bible talks about, the strange woman using flattering words to sucker the man in, right? It's like that flower that has these nice, petals, but once the bird or whatever goes and tries to get the honey from the petals, the flower petals, then boom, clamps down, and it's one of those, eating those flowers that eats birds or whatever. It's just the same thing. You guys know what I'm talking about.
My life is fucking amazing, Irene.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. What he said. I don't think Richard Cooper is, because I think that men want love. I think that men want companionship, and it's just sad. It's heartbreaking. It's a tragedy that so many women are messed up, and in a way, it's men's fault partially too, because we don't the fathers have failed. The fathers have failed. You know, we don't put responsibility on women. We don't put responsibility on our daughters. We don't discipline our daughters. We don't teach them how to treat men well. You know, and so these women grow up just being these black hole succubuses, and men are lonely. Men are single. I don't think Richard Cooper's happy being a single guy. I don't think he feels so awesome. I think you know, he might be successful, and there might be a certain amount of happiness in that success. But I think that everybody wants companionship from the opposite sex. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants a long-term relationship, no matter how messed up that person is. I think it's something that's within us as humans. And again, it's just sad. It's very sad that so many of us are single. So many of us have to go through these heartbreaks. So many of us have to go through these horrible situations with the opposite sex. Why? Because of their solipsism, because of their ego, because of damaged society, because of all the crap, you know, all the crappy music they listen to. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Madonna, Kesha, all these sick women, Jennifer Lopez, all these sick women who teach them how to be slutty divas, Britney Spears, Shakira. Like, this is the culture that we live in. And not only that, feminism teaches them to subconsciously hate men. And so many men have to just go through this crap. And it's sad. It's really sad. So no, I don't think Richard Cooper is amazingly happy. But she's trying to break him down. So let's just go on. She's trying to use what she has, which is that, oh, don't you want to love me? So what she's really saying is, are you sure you want to keep speaking these truths about us? Because you'll never find love if you keep hating women, quote unquote. No, we're just telling the truth. It's women who need to change, not men. We're just telling the truth of the reality. What she's saying is, we're not going to change. You better change, and you better, you know, worship us and keep us on that pedestal, because we're not going to give you love and affection. And it's sick. It's sad. It's like you can't take responsibility. You can't take accountability for your own behavior.
Why is it that you're trying to poke holes through my life to try to find something?
I'm not trying to poke holes. I swear to God, I'm not.
Yes, you
are.
are.
I wish I could like prove.
Yes, you are, Irene. Don't lie. You are. When she reacts like that, she's lying. He keeps catching her. He keeps catching her. He's right. He keeps blowing her out of the water, and every time he catches her, she reacts that way. She's defensive. I'm not doing that. No. She's a subtle one.
That I'm not.
I know that you're analytical and you're a smart chick, but I mean, what
Yeah.
you're doing is you're taking
Smart
female
like a
nature
snake.
and you're throwing a little bit of Einstein into it, you know, into the blender and trying to blend it up and trying to fuck with me.
So
I'm not
he
trying to
knows.
fuck with
Yes,
you.
you are, Irene. Yes, you are. Don't lie.
I'd like.
Oh, sorry, guys. That Halo Top is pretty bomb, though. Some good ass ice cream. That Halo Top. That's
I'd like
good
to
ice cream.
feel like the kind of love you feel and understand what it's
No,
like.
you don't.
But
No,
maybe
No,
I
you
never
don't,
will.
Irene.
I love the way that I love.
No, you don't, Irene.
Women need to be women. Stop. See, women trying to be men, women trying to view the world through a man's lens is not going to serve you. Be a woman. Compliment your man's life. Tattoo his name on your body and show him that you're in it for the long haul. You see what I'm saying here?
Well, they really can't. Because a woman's love is not loyal in its foundation. A woman's love is conditional. That the man provide, that the man does all these things, and that's probably the, you know, where Richard and I differ. Is Richard's probably like, well, a man should be provider, man should, and it's like, I come at it from an altruistic angle. In that I'm idealistic when it comes to love. Okay, if she's not going to be with me when I got no money, I'm broke and I'm homeless and I'm a loser and I'm down and out, then she doesn't really love me. That's how I feel. But this is why I'll probably be single for the rest of my life. Or if I do ever marry, I'll just know, or I do ever get a long-term relationship, I'll just know that this is how women are. It is what it is. Take it for what it is. And I would have to make a concession there if I just simply wanted somebody to hold. It would just be like I would be like renting a teddy bear or something, because I know that she can't love in the same way that women cannot love in the same way. I mean, maybe I've seen it maybe like one out of a billion, maybe. I mean, I've seen homeless couples before. I've seen them. Like at least one, at least two or three. I've seen them before, and usually I don't know. That's a type of love that 99% of women do not have. They do not have that type of love. It's not in their nature, really. She has to be very, very egalitarian, very, very altruistic, very, very idealistic to have that kind of love. Women cannot love men that way. Really, most women. So, anyway.
Like, you're not the same as me. I don't want you to view the world the way that I view it. I mean, if you're interested in what I've written,
I don't know, man. I think women are human. I think we're all human, and something like that concept that I just displayed, or that I just said, such as an altruistic, idealistic love like that, I think it's possible. I mean, if I'm a human, and women are human, and we think in the same terms, in the sense that we can objectively think of a concept, and we can both say, yeah, that's a concept, such as, yeah, do you love me when I have nothing? And a woman I think women can idealistically wrap their head around that concept. The problem is they, because of their feelings and their nature, they choose not to. Which is why I always feel like, how can you say you love your man? You don't love your man, because your love is conditional. Your love is based on the fact that he checks off all these boxes. Yeah, he's got money, he's got a house, he's got resources, et cetera, and therefore I love him, right? Or because he has these things, I can love him. And it's just like, nah, man, that's not what love is.
but if you want to watch my videos, by all means, hop in there, watch